to ask at the same time. Immediately you ask the doubt. Okay, so we are starting laws of motion. So before start discussing the laws of motion, we'll have the brief idea about force. What kind of forces are there? Different kind of forces we'll be discussing, how force acts. So see here, first we start with force. Okay, force is required to create motion. If there is no force, there would have been no motion. So force is the cause that is required, is the cause. Okay, force is that cause. So in a seventh or sixth class, you have studied what is force. If we define, it is push.
An external pull or push
Okay.
that
Push.
can change.
Okay, push or pull of an object. Okay, this is the simplest definition we have studied till now. The push or pull of an object. External, you can say the force, the push or pull of an object, that is we call as force. So this push and pull is called as force. So this is the cause. This is the cause. Now it will create some effects. So what could be the effects?
Change shape and size of the object.
Yes. In this class, there were around six changes. There were six effects there.
Can
Now
become
they will
in
be
rest
clubbed
or
here.
in motion.
Yes. So first effect, it changes state. It changes state. The force changes a state. So what first effect is changes the state. So if the body is at rest, it can be in made to motion. So state can be changed from rest to motion or from motion to rest. We can bring a body in motion or we can stop a body that was in motion. So body can be brought to rest, which was in motion, or a body can be made in state of motion. So it can change the state of rest or of motion. This is clear. Now, more changes here. For example, a body is moving this direction. Okay, it is moving. Now apply force. So it changes the direction. It can change the direction. Or a body is moving. Now I accelerate. Then its speed increases. So it can change the speed. It can change the speed. It can change the direction. Those are all are clubbed here. Under this changes the state. Changes the speed. Changes direction. Okay. These are the one of the effects you discussed. Okay. Now these are clubbed in one point in your book. Now second effect, that is change in shape and size. Shape and size of the object. Yes, take the elastic, stretch it. Its shape and size changes. Or while making rotis, you are changing the shape from a little bit like a spherical, you are changing it to the flattened. Okay. So changes the shape and size. Or you squeeze the lemon. You changes the shape and size of the lemon. You apply the force, the lemon shape and size changes. So effects, force is the cause. It creates some effects. So wherever cause is there, effect will be there. So force is that cause. It creates effects. What effects? Changes the state from rest to motion or motion to rest. Here, it can change the speed, can change the direction. Okay. And second is change in shape and size of the object. So see here now, if body is very rigid, body is very rigid, that means there is a very less chance of change in shape and size. Sorry, if your body is very rigid, then there is very less, or we can say negligible chance of changing shape and size. Okay, when you apply a force on the rigid body, mainly what will happen? Change in
Its
state.
state will change.
State will change. Okay, because there is a negligible chance of change in shape and size. Okay, so there will be no change in shape and size. We can say it will change the state. If force is applied, for example, rigid body is moving, I apply force, so it can be stopped, or if it is at rest, it can be brought into motion, or it can be changed. We can change the speed, or we can change the direction. Okay. Now, if the body is non-rigid, so when I apply force, so some elastic is there. If I apply force, it will compress. Or if I apply pull, then it will stretch. So that means intermolecular spacing is there, it can change. The intermolecular space can change, and the known rigid sorry, there will be change in sorry, there will be change in shape and size. So for the non-rigid body, there will be change in shape and size. For example, consider it as elastic, it will be rubber. As I apply force, it may move, it may change in shape and size as well. So these effects may happen. This is clear? Force. Now, if we define the force, what will be the force? It is a physical cause. It is a physical cause. Yes or no? Physically, we are applying, not mentally. Physically, we are applying. So, what is force? Force is the physical cause. It's the cause, that means it will have the effect. And what effects it create? It can either change the state that is formed, that is, change the state of rest or of motion, or it can change the shape and size. The definition is clear?
Yes, sir.
It's the physical cause. In book, it is given as well. A force is that physical cause which changes or tends to change. That is going to change. That has the capacity to change. Okay, tends to change. Tends to change either the size or shape, or the state of the rest or of motion of the body. This is clear? Okay. Now,
Yes,
there
sir.
can be different kinds of forces. There can be different kinds of forces. So we will be discussing those kinds of forces. So we'll be discussing two kinds of forces. One is based on contact. So one is
Contact force.
So that means contact force means we'll have physical touch, physically touching the body and applying the force. So here we have physical touch. And non-contact force. That is,
Without coming in contact.
There is no physical contact. No physical touch. Okay. So we have divided force into two categories. One is the contact force, other is the non-contact force. So first, contact force. So we'll be discussing only the contact forces. What all can be the contact forces? So first is the frictional force. For example, so in your book it is written the force of friction or the frictional force. First is frictional frictional force, or we can say it as force of friction. Now see here, if I am having this body and if I am having another body over it lying. Now if I apply force on this body, okay, on the top body I am applying the force, okay, it will not move, okay, till I am increasing the force. I am increasing the force and starts to move, okay. As I remove the force, it stops. So see here, as I apply the force, its motion is opposed. Its motion will be opposed. If it is more smooth, it can be smoothly moved with little force. If it is very rough surface, we require more force to push it. We require more force to make it in motion. That means some force is opposing the motion. So if, for example, this is our tabletop, and on this I have one object. So if I am applying force, this is the force applied. Okay. Now there will be some force that will oppose its motion. As it starts to move, some force will be opposing its motion. Okay. See here, I'm increasing the force. It is not moving, not moving, not moving. But one moment will come, then it starts to move. Okay. I'm continuously increasing the force. For some time it won't move. But after it, sometime it will move. That means some force has been opposing it. Some force has been opposing its motion. And when that force is being overcome, it starts to move. So that opposing force will be in opposite direction. It is opposing things. So here we'll have the force. This is force of friction. If both bodies are having smooth surface, that means less friction, force of friction will be less. If they are rough surface, that means force of friction will be more. This is clear? So I am applying force on this body, and there will be frictional force acting opposite to it. So these two forces, they are equal but opposite. Okay, the minimum force required just to move. Okay, so here it is the force of friction. The moment it starts to move, that means the amount of friction that was the maximum at that point, that will be equivalent to the force applied. Okay, so force of friction comes into play. Apply force on one body lying over the other body. This is clear. This is the frictional force. Frictional force is clear. Now,
Yes,
normal. Next is normal reaction force. Second is normal reaction force. That means it reacts, this force will, it is a reaction. So we apply some force, there will be reaction to it, and that will be normal to it. Okay. So for example, this is the body. Okay. This is one surface. Okay. If I put another surface on it, what is it? So it is having weight. It is having weight. It want to go down. It is having weight in that direction. And but see here, it doesn't pass through it. That means it is also applying some force to keep it in this position. It is having weight, it want to go down. But this block of wood, it is applying some force upward that prevents the its going down. That prevents its motion in the downward direction. So what happens? Okay, this is our, consider as a tabletop. I have placed a block over it. So it will be applying a force downward equivalent to its weight. It will apply force downward equivalent to its weight. So it want to go down because force is being applied. But what is resisting? This tabletop, it is resisting its motion. That is, it means it is applying the force upward.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, gravitational force is not adding with the weight of that block.
Okay, see here, what is weight? That is the gravitational force on this block only. Weight is mass
Gravitational
into mass
mass.
into acceleration, acceleration due to gravity. So this force is, weight is equivalent to gravitational force acting on this block. Okay, so it want to go down. Okay, but what is preventing its motion? This tabletop is, this wood is preventing it to go down. It doesn't allow it to move down. So what it means? It is applying force. In which direction? Opposite to it. It is applying opposite force, and these two forces will be equal. Okay, this normal this is called as normal reaction force. So normal reaction force is equal to the weight of the body, but opposite in direction. They are acting opposite to each other. That's why this block is balanced. It doesn't move. It lies in rest position. Okay.
Sir,
You can.
sir, if that action and reaction forces are equal, then if we put a heavy block on a glass table, then why the glass table broke?
Okay. Okay. That is. See here. This is our glass. Okay. Now a heavy block I have placed. It will, with the weight of the block. Now see here. Normal reaction equivalent to it will act. This is fine. But see here. This block, this glass block must have that capacity to hold this one, this weight. If this weight is more, it will break.
Sir, but the glass table is also applying the same force as that block is applying on it.
Okay, normal reaction force is same. But see here, okay, consider it like this. Take a glass plate, okay, take the hammer. You apply force in it, little bit you apply, it won't break. You apply more force, it will break. What happens here? It has the capability to resist the motion of the hammer downward. Okay, but see here, if the force increases, what will happen? Its capacity is limited. It won't be handled to. It won't be able to handle it. It will break. Okay,
Sir,
that is
the example which you took of hammer, in that there is a constant increase in the force of the hammer, but here there is a constant.
Okay, see here, hammer it is moving. Okay. Okay, we can say that one. Okay, see here. Here block is there. Okay, take it example like this. We put one block first. It haven't broken. Okay, that breakage has nothing to do with not this normal reaction force. Okay, normal reaction force is there. Now keep on increasing the weight. Keep on increasing the weight. There is a limit of tensile strength in this material. In the glass, there is tensile strength. It can hold the things at its for certain weight only it can hold. More the weight, it won't be able to hold. It will break. That because of the tensile strength. You can consider if a glass is very thin, it will have less tensile strength, it will have less strength. So it can break easily even from a small weight. Okay, or consider it like this. Okay, take the palm you have taken. Now you have placed a block over it. Okay, the smaller block you have placed. Note much of your palm is deformed. Deformation in the palm is very less.
So then we can say that on increasing the force, the action force increases and the reaction force will decrease on that object.
No, you can't say that. See here, that is different phenomena. The action force and reaction force, they will always be equal. Okay? But there's something more, whether it has the strength or not. See here, if this is the wall, I give one punch here. Okay? What will happen? There's nothing going to happen to the wall. But my hand will be crushed. Yes, it may get crushed, depending. So see here, what is happening here? As I apply the force, the same force this wall will apply. The same force the wall will apply. The wall won't get deformed. But my hand, the same force, my hand may become red or some bones may get crumbled. It may happen depending on how much force I apply. But see here, if my hand is of rock solid, and it could be of such strength that I apply force and the wall deforms. Wall is very soft. Okay, this time it's the wall of wood and very soft, so it may get deformed. Okay, at that time also the force I applied is equal to the reaction force, but the force which I applied, that wall is not going to hold. Okay, the tensile strength in that wall was not of that strength, much stronger it wasn't. It is same like that when two students are fighting each other, one applies a force on one student, the other student will also apply the same force, reaction force. If this other student is not strong enough, okay, if it is very weak, he will drop, okay, by that force, because whatever force you apply, he wasn't able to hold that one. So that depends on the tensile strength. That is the different case. Okay, is this clear? Or more detail we want? So this block, it will apply. So it is having weight. It will apply force on this tabletop, and similarly, this tabletop will apply the force, and these two forces are equal. Okay, these two forces are equal. Okay, the normal reaction force, they are equal but opposite in direction. Okay, if weight is much large, what will happen? It will break. It will break because this won't be able to hold that.
Sir.
Yes.
So the action and the reaction force will be on the same object, or it can be on the different objects.
Okay. Take this example. If I apply a punch, so action is taking place on what? Wall. And the reaction?
On your palm.
Where we feel the pain? On the palm?
Yes,
so
on different bodies.
On different bodies.
And sir, if we are having the action and the reaction on the same body, then it is the third law.
Yes, see on the same body, our acceleration, they are also is on different body. See if I block is there, if I am applying the equal and opposite force on the same body, the net force on this body will be
0.
0 because I am applying the same amount of force but opposite in direction. Therefore, net force on the body will be 0. That means this net force won't have any impact on the body. This won't have any impact on the body. This we can discuss. We will discuss these all. Okay. Any more doubts? Okay, I give you this one, normal reaction force, one more definition I give you. Okay, see here, block is there, it is able to hold. Now see here, if this is very heavy, what will happen? As it applies weight, my palm will start to deform. More the weight, my palm will start to deform. Because at that time, my palm is not able to create much reaction force to hold it. That means my palm is not applying much reaction force to hold it. That means this is having little force in that, so it will move.
So that means on the time of deformation of your palm, the reaction and action force will not be the same.
No, they won't be same. That means some force is always, that force is there, so it will move down. You can take, for example, sand is there. Sand is there, place a block. It will little bit sink. It will little bit sink. That means the moment when the normal reaction force is equal to the weight of this body, it will stop. Till the time they are not equal, it will keep on going. It will keep on moving. It will keep on, it will keep on burying inside the sand.
So that means Newton's third law is not always true.
No, it is always true. Okay. It is always true. See here, we are discussing something different. Sand is there. See here. Okay, this block is there. As it will keep on moving till these two forces become equal. Similarly, if I give the punch, it will result in the same force. Now see here, if this body is not much stronger, what will happen? My punch will go inside the wall. Yes or no? Will go inside the stop only when the forces become equal. Okay, take it like this. Sponge is there. This much thick sponge is there. Now you apply a force. What will happen? Your hand will go, will penetrate inside the sponge. Yes or no? It will penetrate inside.
Yes, sir.
It will stop after some time. At that moment, that means the force both will become equal. The moment they become equal, it will stop. So there are more factors to discuss. So we will leave those all factors for time.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, at the time our hand will stop, I think that the tension of that sponge will be maximum. That's why it will stop.
Yes. At that moment, they will become equal. You can take it like this. If we have a block, and this is our bullet, so it penetrates some distance. So every moment, due to frictional force, it is decreasing. Friction is there. As it enters, the friction starts to build. Okay, leave the air resistance. It starts to build, and speed is decreasing. It comes to rest.
At the time of stopping this bullet, the tension force is added to that.
Tension force. Its speed is decreasing because the friction force is acting. At every moment, friction force is acting. So it will keep on decreasing. So friction force is continuously acting. As it enters it, so speed will be continuously decreasing. The moment, and so due to friction, speed is decreasing. At some moment, it will become 0. It will stop there. As it stops, now no force is acting on this body. Okay? Leave the gravitational force, no force is acting. Okay?
Sir, what about action and reaction?
Action, the force exerted by the bullet. This is the action. Now, as it hit, okay, if it is very, very strong, the bullet will hit and drop here. Okay, but see here, if it is not strong, what will happen? It will penetrate So reaction is start to build. The frictional force, that is the reaction here. It is continuously acting on this bullet now. It will decrease in speed and speed and speed. After some time, it will be reduced to zero and bullet will stop. So this is because of reaction only. The body has stopped. This is because of reaction only. The bullet has stopped.
Sir, if the bullet will
Yes.
Sir, if the bullet will drop, then what will be the reaction?
Okay, see a drop. In that case, here, for example, this is very, very strong body. Okay, bullet came, it doesn't enter. It just hit and drop. So what happens? As it applied force, there was reaction force. So same reaction force in this direction. So it velocity becomes zero at the same moment. At that instant, it becomes zero. Now, because of gravity, it drops.
So that means most of the time the reaction force is the frictional force.
It will depend on the kind of body. Reaction force is there. Okay. You see here what we are discussing at that, different forces are there, different reactions are there. Those reactions, it can be frictional force, it can be normal reaction force. So we are divided different kinds of forces that are acting.
And sir, in vacuum can be there a reaction force.
In vacuum, okay. See here, for example, no gravitational force, nothing is acting, only vacuum is having. There will be
Yes,
no
sir.
reaction force. The body is moving, it will continuously move. That we will discuss. The first law of motion, when we discuss, it will be clear.
So then it will disprove that Newton's third law.
No, it won't. How it can disprove? Okay,
There
see
is
here, first.
no reaction force.
No, it's not like this. Okay, we'll discuss the first law of motion first, then it will become clear. Okay, it doesn't disprove the third law. Okay, when you okay, I give you one thing. If this body is moving in vacuum, okay, I haven't applied any force on it. There is no action on this force. So consider it, body is continuously moving in vacuum.
So unless you won't apply a force, then how this body will move? Initially you have applied some force,
Okay,
then
I applied force. I applied force. It moved.
yes, sir.
Now it is moving in vacuum. It will never stop. It
So
is
then
going
that means
it is never going to stop.
so that means there is no reaction force.
There is no reaction force.
So then this
Now see here, it doesn't disprove. Now see here what happens. Where it will the reaction force. I apply force on it. There will be reaction on my finger at that moment. At the moment I apply the force, there will be reaction on my finger. Does it disprove? No, it doesn't disprove. Here the third law is there. But
so,
now,
so the reaction force should be on that pen, no?
yes, for example, it is in vacuum. Okay, it is lying there. Now apply force. It will keep on moving. Reaction was there on my finger. It will keep on moving. Okay, till it doesn't hit anything. So that time it will be action. That will be the reaction. But if it is moving in vacuum and no other force is acting on it, it will keep on moving. It will never stop. Okay, this time is it clear? So action and reaction when I apply the force. Action on this body, reaction on this finger.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So can we create this type of situation?
Okay, in space is nearly vacuum. Okay, you apply once force, it will continue moving. It will never stop. It will
Sir, it
never
will float in the air. It will float
will-
in the air.
In space, no force is there. Nothing is there. No air, nothing is there. So no friction, nothing will act on this body. So it will continuously move till some planet attract and it will move to us. So see, Newton's first law will be discussing this only. Okay. So for time being, leave
Sir,
it. Yes.
Okay, sir.
sir, when you punch on the wall, then your hand will get the reaction. And sir,
Yes.
if wall is less stronger, then wall will get the
That-
reaction.
No. See here. As I hit, my hand is going to get the reaction. But because of the force applied, that body will be deformed. That body will be deformed.
Sir, I'm telling that when you punch the wall, then action will be on your hand. I mean, reaction will be on your hand.
Reaction will be on hand.
And sir,
Action will be on that.
if
That's
wall
why it
is
will deformed.
and sir,
Yes.
if wall is less stronger, then reaction will be on the wall.
No, that is action on the wall. Because of the force applied, the body got deformed. Okay.
Sir,
Because
then
of the
also
force
reaction will be on your hand.
See here, reaction we are considering only in terms of force. That means if I am applying force on any body, that body will try to resist that change. Okay. That body will try to resist that change and it will apply reaction force. That more we'll discuss after when we discuss the laws of motion. That I apply force, it starts to move. But reaction was there on my board, hand as well. If I applied action on it, it starts to move maybe, but there is reaction on my hand. If it doesn't move, there will be more reaction on my hand. Those all things will be discussed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
We will be discussing that too. So we were discussing contact forces. Okay, frictional force is clear. This is the frictional force. Body and contact force. Now next is the normal reaction force. If this body want to move, but my hand prevents it. That is, some force is acting equal to the weight of the body. That is the normal reaction force. That's why it stops. If normal reaction force is less, that means it will keep on moving. It will penetrate my hand and will go through. Okay. Now next is tension. Tension applied in a string. Okay. This will make it more clear. Now, for example, we have a rigid support here and a string is there. Now some weight we are suspended through this string. Okay, some block is there. So gravitation force is acting, that is weight of the body, mass of the body into acceleration of. So this weight is acting. So what will happen? This block is trying to pull the string in this direction. Yes or no? Now this will generate one force, that is the tension force in the string. So block is trying to, it want to move downward, but string prevents it. So block exert force downward equivalent to the weight of the block on the string. Now the string gets stretched and the equivalent force will be generated in this in opposite direction. That will be the tension. Okay, this we denote with T. Now see here. Okay, I got your doubt. What is the doubt? Now see here. If I increase the weight, what will happen? There will be a moment that it breaks. Okay, there will be a moment this string will break because its tensile strength is limited. How much weight it can hold, it's limited. It can break. Yes. Any doubt you can ask?
So some extent of tension force is also applied by the block also.
So see here, block is having weight. So this weight is applied in this string. It is trying to pull the string downward. It wants to pull the string downward. Okay. That means, but string is not moving downward. Okay. Block stops here. Block is not moving. That means the weight of the block is countered by the tension in the string. Okay. And this
So if
tension,
everything in this universe is having a tensile strength, then this block also has some tension, no?
okay, inside the block, the
Yes,
molecules
sir.
are talking. Okay. Okay. If that strength is less, it can be extended. So that means if it is not having the tensile strength, very less. So it will happen what? As the gravity acts, some portion will be moving downward and it will be stretched. Its molecules will be stretched and moved.
Negligibly.
Again, ask negligibly what?
It will be stretched negligibly.
Negligibly, zero
It
stretch.
will be stretched
Okay.
only
If
for some.
if see intermolecular space is intermolecular attraction is very less, very less. So it will be deformed very easily.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, due to the tension force, the string is moving a little upwards because
Okay,
the block
that
is pulling down
no,
and
okay,
the string is moving up.
okay, we'll discuss that one. So see here. So there is a force inside the string, that is the tension force. Okay, it is continuously pulling upward. It is continuously want to move downward. So there is a tension inside the string. Okay, string. Now see what happens. If I cut the string, what will happen? This weight, it will no more act on the string, but there is an upward force, tension in the string. So what will happen? String will move upward. It will move. So one kind of okay. So it will move upward and then again come. So it will move upward because of the tension, but again come down because of gravitational force, because it is also having some mass string. Is it clear now? Because as I cut the string,
Yes, sir.
this weight won't be acting on this string. This weight won't be acting on the string. So what will happen? Only the tension force is acting in this direction, so it will move upward. So it will rise and then again fall and come to the initial position. So what will happen? Tension is acting, it moves, but gravity is continuously acting, so it will again come.
So the
Okay.
force is acting opposite to the gravitational force.
See here, if I suspend a block using a string, I have suspended, that means weight is pulling, there will be tension generated. If I increase the weight, more tension will be generated in the string. Okay. And when black is very, very heavy, if I cut that time, it will go more up higher. The string will rise more higher, then again come. So tension generated is equivalent to the weight of the block. Any more doubt in this? So
Sir,
these
but
all
it
are,
is also
yes.
acting opposite to the gravitational force.
Okay, see here. Weight is equivalent to the tension force. This is clear. If it is 10 kg, okay. So weight is equivalent to, okay, consider acceleration due to gravity as 10 meter per second square. Okay. At that moment, force will be how much? 100 Newton. This weight will be 100 Newton.
Yes, sir.
So tension will be how much? So it is in fixed position now. Tension will be 100 Newton. Okay. Now consider weight of the this one mass of this string. Let it be how much we can take? 1 gram. So 1 by 1000.
Sir, time up.
Okay, 1 minute I will take. So 1 by 1000 we have taken, for example. Okay. Now its weight will be how much? That is so gravitation force will be how much? Mass into acceleration. So it will be 1 by 100 Newton. Okay. Now see, as I cut the string, what will happen? Tension is how much? 100 Newton. In this direction, tension is acting how much? 100 Newton. But weight is how much? In this direction, 1 by 100 Newton. So in which direction this string will move? Upward direction. It will rise. So it will rise, then come back because of the weight. This will be over after some time. Okay. But this is constantly active on this string. So after some time, it come back. Yes.
So if we are saying that weight is equals to gravitational force, then it means that gravitational force is giving a reaction force of itself only.
Okay, I ask again. Gravitational force is there. Okay, gravitational force will be discussing body attracted towards the earth. Okay, everything towards the center. Okay.
So if we are taking weight is equals to gravitational force, then that means that gravitational force is giving a reaction force of itself.
Of itself. Okay, I didn't get that one. How that could be the gravitational force can be the
If
reaction
we
to.
are taking that weight is equal to gravitational force,
Okay,
then
see.
weight,
Can we
Okay,
leave?
how we define the weight? Yes, you can leave. How we
weight is
define
the
the weight?
gravitational force.
Force. So if there is no gravity, no weight. So weight is gravitational force. So how can gravitational force be reaction to the gravitational force. They are the same thing. Weight is nothing but the gravitational force with which body is attracted. If the body is having zero mass, zero gravitational force. We will discuss that when we discuss the gravitational force. Okay? Weight means gravitational force only. They are not different things. Weight means gravitational force only. So, gravitational force cannot be reaction to gravitational force because they are one and the same thing.
Sir, I'm saying that we are having a weight W and we are applying that W weight in the direction of the gravitational force, and that weight is equal to gravitational force. Then
See, yes, that is fine. The thing is, weight is gravitational force. They are not two different things. The gravitational force is called as weight of the block. The gravitational force, the force with which the earth attracts a body is called as weight of the block. The gravitational force with which the earth attracts the body is called gravitational force, or of any other planet, that is the gravitational force.
then the attraction is also having a reaction force.
Okay, that we'll be discussing when we discuss, for example, see here, earth is there, a body is there. Both are having mass. So this body is also having force. It will attract earth towards it. And this earth is also having attraction force. It will attract the body towards it. Both are having gravitational force here. Earth is attracting, body is attracting. Okay? And but which will be moving more closer? Earth will be moving towards the body, body will be moving towards the earth. But body will move more towards the earth because mass of the earth is more. So whenever two bodies are there, there is a gravitational force between both the bodies. And both will be attracting towards it. Which will move more, the lighter body will move more towards the body. So when you are on earth, you are attracting earth as well towards you, okay?
Sir, then if someone is standing near me, then why I am not attracting that who is standing near me, or that?
Yeah, you are attracting. There is a attraction. Very, very, very negligible.
Why there is?
Depending on the mass. Okay, gravitational force depends on the mass of the body. If mass is less, very less gravitational force. If mass is more, their gravitational force is more. Okay. So even a small sand particle you take, it is there, it is attracting you towards it, and you are attracting the sand particle towards you. But the gravitational force will be very negligible, depending on the size, that is mass of the body. So in universe, every body attracts each other. Whichever have the mass, they will attract.
And that is the reason that why the Earth is in a fixed orbit.
Yes, that's the reason. Earth, the sun is attracting, the moon is attracting. As well, other planets are attracting each other. Okay,
That's
but
why
sun
it is in a fixed position.
yes, it is a fixed position. Moon as well, it is attracting. Okay, that we have discussed in other in formation of tides as well. Okay, you are seeing on the opposite field,
Excuse
moon
me,
attracts the yes.
sir. In this space, every planet is having gravitational force.
Yes, everything which has mass has gravitational force. So gravitational force is a property of mass. If mass is there, there will be gravitational force. More the mass, more the gravitational force.
And sir, one more
Sir,
doubt.
you said
Yes, ask again. Yes, ask again. I wasn't
Sir,
able to hear.
you gave an example of a pen, that if you will apply an action force on a pen in a vacuum, then the reaction force would be on your finger.
That is
Then,
because of contact force.
sir, then while this pen is moving, then it is not applying force on its front.
So see here in vacuum how it can apply. Okay, forget about the non-contact force. But in vacuum, how this force body will apply force? It is not coming in contact with anything. Okay, non-contact forces we forgot for timing. Okay, so it is not coming in contact with anything. So how it can apply the reaction force on anything? For example, it is moving. Now here, at this moment, it will apply force. There will be reaction.
Sir, but something is means anything means what can I say?
Yes, you think and say. Yes, anything?
So that means anything is not present in that vacuum. Even molecules, atoms, nothing.
Okay, see here, mainly we consider vacuum means nothing is present. No air, nothing. Vacuum we mainly consider as nothing is present. Space we mainly consider as vacuum.
So not even a single molecule.
Okay, see here, in reality it's very complex. Yes, something will be there, like in
That
some
means
gases.
that pen is applying a action force and that pen is not getting a reaction force.
Okay, see here, for example, here we have very dense gas. So there will be reaction, it will stop fast. But as the density decreases, air density decreases, it can move more because friction force will be less acting on it. So as the density is decreasing, that means the air is becoming rarefied. That means it is moving towards vacuum. Have you understood this one?
Okay, so now I understood.
Okay. Any more doubts?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So you have given one example that if we are moving, if we are giving a force to a body in the space, that it is continuously moving, then the planets are attracting it, then how it is moving?
Okay, they are in continuous motion, planets. Okay, planetary motion.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That I have to go with the Kepler's law. Okay. Okay. Motion is there. There is a reason I can't. I'm not able to figure it now.
Sir, you
Vacuum space-
discuss in next class.
Okay, we discussed that in Nessus. They are continuously moving, and that motion is governed using Kepler's law. Are there 3 or 4 laws are there? Kepler's law. According to that, motion of planet is governed. Planetary motion. The whole space, the universe, the multi-universe, they are all continuously moving. So like this, it is there. Around the sun, the planets revolve. The sun is as well revolving around the black hole. In Milky Way, there is at the center, around it, the whole these planetary systems, they are moving. Many planetary systems are there. They are continuously moving. And why they are in motion, that I'll go in that. Okay. Any more doubts?
No, sir.
Okay,
Sir, I have sent you one question on WhatsApp.
Okay. More questions you have, you can text me on WhatsApp. I'll go in detail and we'll discuss in class. Okay, I was about to complete this chapter today. Oh, it's okay, next year we will discuss.
It should be like last 5 minutes should be of doubts.
Last 5, this year?
Yes.
On last periods, we can have 5, 10, 15 minutes.
No, in between, like 40-minute period is there. Last 5 minutes it should be done. Today's class, it looked like only you and Udit were talking.
Yeah. So mainly what happens in between the problem is there in physics, if we can't understand one thing, we won't be able to go further. So, and most of the doubts that were related to action reaction. Okay. So, okay, today's like this period we can discuss after the 5 minutes early and more times we can devote because we are free after 12 times. Okay, then we end here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.